Reflection on values. Today we slow down once again, but this time we reflect on something deeper, our values. You're welcome to Safe Settings Podcast. I am Adedamola Flourish Balami. Today we notice, we align and become intentional because values quietly shape how we speak, how we respond, how we react when how we act, and how we raise the children that are entrusted to us. Values are the inner guides that influence our behaviors, our choices, and our relationships. Sometimes families focus only on correcting actions. We just focus on how everybody is well behaved, everybody is getting it right. But underneath every action is a value that is being learned or practiced, which means sometimes there's a reason for that action, there's a reason for the behavior. So, and you remember we were talking about the ABC model of behavior: antecedent. Okay, what happened before the behavior? So underneath every action is a value being learned or practiced. When children understand the why behind the expectations, growth becomes more meaningful and lasting. And every family should take time at some point to intentionally develop their family values together. This is not just for parents alone. It becomes a shared agreement that guides everyone who lives in that home. When values are clearly spoken, practiced, and taught consistently, children feel a stronger sense of identity, a stronger sense of belonging and direction based on the values. So, values reflection is something that invites us to ask ourselves gentle questions about how we're running our families, how we're running our lives. It may apply to our areas of business, places of work, and all that. So it helps us to ask gentle questions like, what truly matters in our home? What truly matters in our lives? What truly matters to us as a family? And what truly matters to us as individuals? What do we want our children to carry into the world? What is, when you have that, how do I put it now? That secular image of yourself where you are the one inside, and then your family is next, and then your community, and then your locality, and then the world, and all, how you are influencing every aspect of life, starting from you to the global community. What do we want our children to carry into the world? Some common family values may include integrity, responsibility, honesty, kindness, respect, love, peace, whatever, or even patience, whatever you have chosen that are more important to you as a family. Those are your values. And children internalize values through consistent modeling and emotionally safe relationships. It's one thing to model the values, and then when the relationships around them are safe emotionally, they are able to internalize values. And the brain also learns through observation and repetition. So when children see calm communication, they understand that, okay, calm communication is a thing. When they see empathy, when they see accountability being practiced regularly, all these things become patterns that form their own decision-making process as well. So values are not taught through pressure. They are not taught by force. They are exemplified. They are lived through examples. All right. Now let's pause again and ask ourselves these questions. Number one, what value have you practiced more intentionally this season? As an individual, in your family, as a parent, as a childminder, as a teacher, as a school owner, as a business leader, what values have you practiced more intentionally this season? The second question is, what value do you want to strengthen moving forward? It's okay to have practiced some. It's also okay to choose the ones that you want to practice you want to practice more of as you move forward and grow. we need to understand that sometimes values are not loud, they are not spoken loudly. Values appear in our daily choices, they appear in our daily responses, in the quiet apologies, and also in the moments of understanding as we grow in our relationships. As we come into this moment of value reflection together, I want us to look inward from time to time and ask ourselves again, is there a value that has started to feel more important to me recently? Is there something I'm beginning to place more value on? Maybe it's patience in your conversation, kindness in your responses. Maybe you notice that you are beginning to value kindness. When you see people show kindness, it matters to you more than before. Or honesty in how you show up each day. Sometimes we don't realize a value is growing in us until we slow down and notice the small ways that such things are showing up in our choices, in our interactions, in our relationships, and our responses. So take that pause and check what value is beginning to feel more important to you lately. Secondly, ask yourself, what is one small action that helped you live out that value? When you have noticed that value, what is one action that helps you live it out more? Maybe at school or at home. Maybe in school or at home or in your place of work. What is that action that's helping you live that value more and more? It could be choosing calmer words during a tense moment, or listening a little longer before you respond. It could also be showing responsibility in simple tasks and even tasks that are a bit difficult, because it is the smallest actions that bring our values to life. So notice those actions, notice those values. These reflections reminds us that values are not just ideas that we talk about. They're not things that we write down and say core values. They are daily practices shaped by the small decisions that we make over and over, decisions that we make repeatedly. Here are the practical takeaways from today's episode on reflection on values. Number 1, take time as a family to define your shared values together. Have a family session where you come together and determine these are the values of this our family. Patience, love, and so on and so forth. Then teach these values intentionally to everyone living in the home, which means anyone that comes to your home, especially those of us that are still at the stage where we're taking house helps and butlers and all. When you have those people, let them understand the values of your home, and then model the behavior that you hope to see in others. You hope to see in your children, you hope to see in your spouse, you hope to see in the people that work for you. Model that behavior. Connect rules to values so that children understand the purpose behind every expectation. Because this helps. I learned of a leader, a well-known leader in this our climb, that his value is honesty. And the simplest way he looks for honesty in people that work for him especially, is if he sends you on errand, return his change. And he has taught this value to the entire workforce. He made it clear to everybody that if you want to work in this environment, if you want to work in this establishment, returning change is very important. So whether you are a security guard or you are a driver or you are an executive, if you have to return change, please return it honestly. And that's a value that the leader cherishes, and he has taught it to his own workforce. This week's challenge: choose one value and practice it intentionally. Maybe the value that you and your family have agreed on, that this should be the principles that guide your family. Then choose one of them and practice it intentionally, as an individual, as a parent, as a leader, and as a child in the family. It could be kindness in your words. It could be patience during transitions, or honesty in conversations. Notice how small choices shape lasting character. It could even be patience when you drop off your children at school, and you normally would just ask all of them to get down so that you can rush off to work. But this time around, you have chosen to take it easy and let them get down. You live on time and you are patient with them. Notice how all these small choices shape lasting characters in your family. This has brought us to the end of this episode on reflection on values. I am Adedamola Flourish Balami, reminding you that values are not only taught, they are lived. Every gentle decision shapes identity. Every consistent action builds character, and something beautiful is unfolding in your life and family. Have a beautiful time. Bye-bye.